my shit revolve upon attacks as fast and watch my innocence dissolve into an acid bath. I am considered ridiculous and villainous. I wander on a savage path, gone into my habitat. Kerosene, flammable, rainbow, I'm rambunctious. The heretic are scammers and hustlers. I break your fucking legs with a hammer, you can't touch it. Only way you make a stand is with some damn crutches. My brain is boiling with these soiled emotions. Dirty needles, cotton fever, and overdoses. I'm in the void, but now I'm poised to explode in my cup and run it over with the poisonous potion. I am an omen, but I'm trying to be human.
Alrighty. Good, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for the second day in a row. And right now we are doing our brand new series. It's the pilot episode of Pick Up the Sticks.
That's right. We always say, whenever me and Big Sin used to play side by side down back in Vegas, we used to talk shit about each other, that we gonna beat each other on a game, blah, 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 blah. Nigga, I'll whoop you in wrestling, I'll whoop you in basketball. And it was just one phrase that we all said when it was time to put up and shut up. Pick
up your sticks, nigga.
So that's what we doing. We picking up the sticks, popping up on Facebook Live.
And no, we ain't no Chinese restaurant, motherfucker.
Nah, ain't no pick up sticks in this bitch, goddammit. That's even your boy.
Even though one of my topics, it's about Japanese shit. So okay.
So we do this on Tuesdays because Tuesday is the weekly reset for PS4, Xbox Live, and for PC for most games. Tuesday seems to be that day. So we like to get ahead of the curve. This week's episode is going to be mainly focused on some console gaming. Next week, I'm going to get a little bit more PC. I kind of did this off the whim. I got more things popping up, don't you worry. But never mind all that. This is your boy, Hollywood J. Black. That's my man right there, Big Sim. We about to get this thing cracking. So, let's get into some gaming news, baby. Now, the big thing on deck. I know Big Sin says he's going to let me take the lead on this one because he's not a particular fan of this game, and I am. I am a huge fan of this game. Huge fan. And the game I'm talking about is Destiny 2. Today, live on Twitch. Oh, don't be mad, son. Don't be mad. Damn. It's like
I hope after you talk about this, I get a chance to rebut about what my issue is with the game.
Oh no, I'm going to give you ample opportunity, space and opportunity, my brother, to do what you need to do.
All right.
So, Destiny has been under a lot of controversy. Well, let me say specifically, Destiny 2 has been under a lot of controversy over the last couple days. I mean, not couple days, few months, and it's mainly because of how stale the game gets and how the in-game content that existed in Destiny 1 does not exist in Destiny 2. Because as a longtime Destiny fan, you can get to top level without even touching the raid. You can play through the story, grind through weekly events, grind through your objectives, and eventually get to the top level, which is 335. Bungie decided we're going to throw all that away with this coming DLC. The big May 8th update is going to change everything that we know about Destiny. At the same time, bring back some familiar things that we are used to. First and foremost, the new Warmind is going to bring a story regarding a guardian named Anna Bray. And that last name sounds familiar. Everybody knows about Clover's Bray back in Mars. And if you really, really want to know, that's how Cade 6 went from a man to a robot, or a exo, as they say. He's the man that turned him into an exo, which provides an interesting scenario. So, from a man so what this is going to happen is, so the big thing in this DLC is three big things that's coming to mind. First, we're going to have a new boss named Nokris. They talked about Nokris in the Taken King DLC. If you remember, before you fought Oryx in the main story of Taken King, you scanned the statue, and it talked about a hive god named Nokris. So there was that. Now, you'll be actually fighting that man, or demon, or whatever the hell he is. I don't know, because apparently Oryx used to be a female and now he was a male. There's some transgendering crap thing going on there. I don't know what the hell is going on, but that's not for me to decide.
Are you afraid to gentrify the new boss?
Yes, I am. I don't want to assume it's gender, okay? So, this new DLC is going to bring a new story, bringing Anna Bray, of course. It's also going to bring a horde mode, which is something that we've been asking for from Destiny. I mean, yes, they have sort of a horde mode on the on the Dreadnought, but it's not really a horde mode. And from Destiny 1, this is supposed to be a legitimate horde mode with rotating bosses, different tasks, unlimited enemies that you can fight, etc., etc. And the whole story about this thing comes from Rasputin waking up from a long ass slumber. Apparently, we woke his ass up from the Destiny 1. He called down a bunch of Warsat satellites, released a bunch of Frozen High, blah blah blah. That's not what we care about. So it'll be a public event. We want to talk about the horde mode. So it's a public event, horde mode. Pretty fucking awesome. I think it's gonna be legit. I think it's gonna be real. On top of that, they're changing how Crucible works. You'll get private matches, ranked PvP. That should be really interesting. That's going to really test my limits because I'm fairly decent when it comes to the PvP on Destiny. There's going to be new perks added, such and such. Some old guns from Destiny 1, some fan favorites. Soros regime, which should end that whole Uriel's gift being the meta and the entire thing. That should be fun. I'll be glad to get Soros. I'll be a happy man. My Titan looks weird with a fucking scout rifle. I got my Titan rolling mini multi-tool just to piss off people. But mainly, it's fixing the things that went wrong. And that's kind of the main subject that I want to get into. It's trying to rectify all these wrongs that Bungie committed by delivering for the second year in a row, second launch in a row, I would deem a sort of incomplete game. Because while the story was complete this time, even more so than Destiny 1, some of the things that should have been fixed, some of the things, fan favorite things that should have been carried over to increase appeal were dismissed. And they were made to have to pay for that in order to get it. With that said, Big Sim, and this is where I'm going to chime in to you. You as a gamer, I think I know what your answer is going to be. But you as a gamer, is this enough? If they package it back up with DLC, $49.99, full game, both DLCs, all the maps, everything that you can get, especially since you have a PS4, you get all the extras because you get extras every time they drop a DLC. Is this enough for you to want to give it a try? And if not, why? What is your issue, and what would make you want to try the game again?
All right. So let me keep it real. Destiny 2, in my opinion, was better than the first Destiny. Reasons being, you didn't have to go offline and read a bunch of fucking stories to get what the fucking story actually was. They actually had a decent campaign. I'm not going to knock Destiny 2 for their campaign mode. Because you know me, I played through the whole story mode.
Yeah.
I had fun doing it. But then, after the story mode was done, in my mind, in my head, I was like, all right, I'm going to go through with my hunter and my warlock and go ahead and beat the story with them. I started doing that shit, but it didn't feel fun to me anymore. And I don't know. I know you're a big fan of the game because you've been brainwashed by Bungie since Destiny 1.
Oh, here we go.
Because you were still playing when Peter Dinklage was the voice of Ghost. So, yeah, you've been severely brainwashed to keep playing that fucking game.
Oh, yeah. We about to go into year 5 in this bitch. Shit.
So, anyway, to me, all Destiny was a poor man's Halo mixed with No Man's Sky. Yes, I said it.
Wow. Oh.
Mixed with, hi, we're going to sell an incomplete game for $60, then charge you $50 for the DLC, and then a year and a half later, release a game with all the expansions added, probably another DLC later that you got to buy to add to make the fucking release a complete game. Just like, hold on, let me think. Yeah, Destiny 1, the Iron Banner. So people who bought the season pass in Destiny 1 had to buy the Iron Banner again. Or after that shit was all done, go out and buy another copy of Destiny 1 so they would have the Wolves DLC, the Taken King DLC, and the Iron Banner DLC. And then, not to knock it, for some reason they pulled that version of Destiny 1 off of the PlayStation Store. Now, so what you're asking me, why am I so spurned by Destiny? I will tell you why, my friend. 60, that's 120. You convinced me to buy the Taken King. That's 200. If it wasn't for my homegirl GameStop, I'd only got like $1 for each of the motherfuckers when I took them back. Now...
So you're saying there is a chance?
No. Destiny 2 will not get back into my library. I would rather play the Ghostbusters game that they released on the PS4 for $60. That was a 1-hour game for $60 than pick up Destiny 2 again.
Why you so salty, bruh?
I'm not salty. I spit facts, homie.
Salt.
I'm pretty sure I could talk to your significant other, and I'm sure she'd like to go off on Destiny here too, but I'll do it for her.
All right. So with that said, let me bring myself halfway back in this picture now. You disparaged my game, sir. My feelings every time you said something. Oh, and then
because what's that old saying? The truth cuts like a 10,000 degree knife, buddy.
Yeah, just right through it. It burns.
Let it burn. Gotta let it burn.
But I will tell you something. There is no first-person shooter that is more fun and more social than Destiny 2. I have played Call of Duty World War II. I have played Battlefield 1. I have played Wolfenstein. I have played... let me think of another first-person shooter that came out this year.
Well, you shouldn't throw Wolfenstein in that, since Wolfenstein is basically a single-player campaign only.
Yeah. Like I said, I played first-person shooters. The gunplay in Destiny 2 is still unlike any other gunplay. It's literally
I'll give you that. The gunplay is good.
To me, it's even better than Halo. To me,
dude, I'm gonna say it right now too, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this. Halo was garbage.
And it's weird that you say that because I'm going through the Master Chief Collection so I can play Halo 5 because apparently there's been a lot of updates to Halo 5 and they've made it a better game. It's rough going through Halo without knowing how to like zoom, aim down the sights, zoom, nothing. You don't get none of that.
It was not a feature.
Yes, aiming down the sights was not a thing back in the day.
But yeah, you could do it in the old Call of Duty games in fucking Medal of Honor.
Exactly.
No, I will not.
But on the real. So from a shooting standpoint, from a social standpoint, I don't think there is any better first person shooter than Destiny 2. Does it have its flaws? Yes. Did Bungie make some mistakes? You goddamn right that they did.
To me, right now, Bungie is in the same boat as the creator of No Man's Sky.
Yeah. Oddly enough, I mean, I've seen Halo. I mean, I've seen Destiny 2 as low as $19.99. The only problem, and the only problem that I have with Destiny is that the grind was easy. Now there is no more grind. So what happens is that you're going to get the 350, right? You'll get the 355 with the boost, and then you have to actually grind your way to 385. It's not going to be as simple as getting from 300 to 320 to 335 like it was this last time. It's not going to be like that. It's going to be, you're going to have to participate and play in-game content in order to get your rocks off.
If you're getting your rocks off to Destiny, you have marital issues.
Or you just pick out shitty games that aren't Destiny, because Destiny's awesome. Anyways, don't be cruel. Anyways, so this is where Big Sin takes the lead, because we got to get on to what is perhaps the biggest launch of 2018. And no, I'm not talking about the shit that I just took a while ago. Ladies and gentlemen, I am talking about the launch of God of War for the PS4. Big Sin, you have been playing this game since launch. I have not been so lucky as so, because I've been broke, because we don't do this shit for free, but you got to watch it so I can get paid, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to let you take the lead. You need to tell me everything that is God of War, and tell the people that if they haven't picked it up, why they should pick it up. The floor is yours.
All right. Well, let me just start by, I'm going to do this as spoiler-free as possible, because I want you to buy the game, and I want you to see what just literally gave me goosebumps and brought a tear to my eye. Now, if you played the other God of War games, you're probably sitting there thinking to yourself, what kind of sick fuck gets off on angry rampage Kratos to bring a tear to his eye and get goosebumps? This is not your PlayStation 2 Kratos that we are dealing with here. We are dealing with a Kratos who has a son. And the only thing I'm going to tell you is where the story starts is he has a kid. His wife passed away again, and they did a home funeral for her. And I will put my money where my mouth is. God of War is the very first boss fight is worth the $60 you pay for the game. Everything else is fucking bonus. And I put about maybe 20 to 30 hours in so far. And I've been having a blast the whole time. I have not gotten bored, unlike with the game that man was talking about. There's no grind to this game because everything is different. The enemies are not so repetitive that you fucking know exactly where they pop up on the screen. Fuck, Shadow of the Colossus has better AI than fucking Destiny. But I got a quick count of Destiny because my boy gonna be mad at me.
I'm not gonna be mad. I will be fine, sir.
Because let's be real. In Shadow of the Colossus, the way they programmed the AI of the Colossi was the fact that if you go fight them, the gameplays are not the same because the Colossi all have a mind of their own.
Wow. Yeah, that's true.
So now back to God of War. This fucking game has continued to shock, surprise, and just downright, in my own opinion, if you watch wrestling and Cesaro and Sheamus call themselves the bar, God of War just set the bar for gaming in 2018.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, before we started this video, I'm sure James seen a look on my face that he hasn't seen in a long time.
Yeah.
And it was a video game that did that to me.
Yes, let me pop back on here. Yes, when we do this video, kind of let you guys know in the backside of how we do things. I set up the show. I get everything cracking. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that the internet is good, the microphones is good, everything else is good. Then I call up the boy Big Sin on this right here. Make sure he's nice and connected. Make sure his microphone's good and everything else is good. When I popped into Big Sin about 5 minutes before we started this video, the man looked like he had an emotional breakdown, but was keeping it together for the sake of his children. If you ever seen some shit like that, that's exactly what Big Sin looked like. I've never seen Big Sin look like that, and I asked him what the hell was wrong. And he said, it's God of War. And I said, what from God of War? He said, you're just going to have to see it.
I cannot say what happens and what put me in that frame of mind. It's impossible for me to see.
Yeah.
I'll put it this way. My homeboy Ryan Riddell at work, he's been past the point where I'm at now for a couple days. And just me and him talking about it, without him even mentioning what I just went through, you could physically see the goosebumps on his arm, just him thinking about it.
Yeah.
That is how powerful what happened was.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's something you'd never expect from God of War, from Kratos.
Which is crazy, though. I mean, to me, God of War is always a game that got your adrenaline pumping. I've never thought about it as a game where it would get you emotional. And now, I guess that's what part I got to figure out.
Yeah, all the other God of War games were at the max 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I have been playing for 30, and I'm still in the story mode. So, James, I need you to talk for a second. Let me go check my kid real quick.
All right. So, this game right here has.
If you want to, go ahead and start your Xbox shit.
Huh?
If you want to, go ahead and start your Xbox shit.
Well, I'm gonna finish up the God of War thing because I'm gonna give my initial impressions based off some videos real quick. So, my initial impressions of God of War videos after watching Big Sin do his gameplay stuff. Damn, computer the shit lagging and everything else going in slow motion. Oh, fuck it. Anyways, my initial impression of God of War has been it's one hell of a fucking game. And that's like legitimately about the best as I can say it. It's one hell of a fucking game. One of the best games out, probably to me, the unabashed game of the year for 2018. And that's saying a lot because we've had a lot of games that we could say were the game of the year. But God of War, this game right here that I'm talking about right there, that fucking game of the year, hands down. And I don't think there's another game. I'm looking at the development path of other games that are coming out. I don't really think that there's anything else to it. I think this is the game of the year. Now, are you back, sir?
Yes, I am.
All right. So now.
Yes, I second his comment. I played a lot of games this year, including Far Cry 5, which I haven't completed yet, but it don't touch God of War.
So,
okay.
Now there's one game, though. I just realized that there's one game that did come out this year that is full steam ahead and has not been stopped. The train is still chugging. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. I'm talking about the unstoppable Monster Hunter. Now, this right here has been a game of games. And not just because of the gameplay, because I think the gameplay itself is more difficult than most games. If you've ever played Monster Hunter, though, it's easy for you. However, if you ever gone to another open world game, it's a little bit difficult. There's a lot of strategy involved when playing Monster Hunter. However, the Monster Train Hunter don't stop choo-choo motherfuckers. As I said before, it is perhaps one of the most fun, one of the more social games, and it's actually challenging Destiny for being a social game. It's one of those games that there's a lot of low level and mid level monsters that you have to team up to beat. And I haven't gotten to the part with a free DLC. Yes, that's right. I said it, ladies and gentlemen. Free DLC. I think we're on 2.0 in the software right now, Mr. Sin, if I'm not mistaken.
2.15 or something.
2.15. That means we've had 2 major updates and a few minor updates. This game has exceeded expectations that I've had. Big Sin, I know you play it a lot more than I do, but every time that me and you play it, we have tons of fun. And I kind of scream sometimes at the difficulty, but I love bashing things with a hammer. That seems to be my thing now. Bashing things with a hammer seems to be the best thing to do.
Me and Hollywood have become the Hammer Brothers of Monster Hunter.
That's right. I'm Joe Hammer. He's Blow Hammer. Okay. So like I said, the Monster Hunter train is here, sir. We're 3 months into this game? No, 2 months. It's only 2 months in, right? Or 3?
Almost 3.
Almost 3.
No, 2 months.
We're 2 months in February, right?
Yeah.
2 months in. Mr. Sin, is the game holding up to the test of time?
Even though I haven't played in 3 weeks, because I've been dealing with other games and work and all that jazz. But my interest level in this game, even though I put in about 60 hours so far, is still way the fuck up here. The reason is, I can't believe I'm going to say this, Capcom treats this series right. And the reason for that is Monster Hunter across the world is the game. A lot of people, when you think of Capcom, you think of Mega Man, you think of Street Fighter, and shit like that. But Monster Hunter has been the game keeping Capcom afloat.
Yeah.
Where Street Fighter V, just like Destiny, released a game for $60 that was not complete.
Yeah.
There was no story mode. There was just barely any characters. And a lot of shit was locked behind a paywall. And our next video, me and Mr. Black here are going to get into paywalls and loot boxes and all that shit. Like I said, that's a topic for another discussion. But with, like he said, with Monster Hunter, they are giving, in every Monster Hunter game, Capcom has never charged for downloadable content. And that's another thing about Capcom I thought I would never say, due to the fact that Street Fighter. Now, you see, I bought the arcade edition of Street Fighter V, but the only reason I bought it was so when the Street Fighter missions pop back up in Monster Hunter, I can get the Ryu outfit for Monster Hunter.
Well, and now I guess let's talk. We got to talk about Capcom.
Yes,
because that I think this is a perfect lead-in to what we need to discuss here. Because Capcom, things were looking bleak in 2017, weren't they? Coming towards October, November, all we had on deck was some Street Fighter remakes. I have the Street Fighter for the Switch. All we literally had was that Monster Hunter on deck. That was it.
And Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Yeah, but see, that came out, and that was a bust because people felt the game was, like, graphically the game was off. Yes, you had your DLC. DLC was fun. Loved using Black Panther all day, every day. But people really felt that it was lacking.
Well, okay. Here's a glaring issue with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Unlike the aforementioned Street Fighter V, where you actually had to download the story mode. I don't know why. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, I think, would have stood a better chance if they would have had gamers who do not have video recording cards in their laptops or whatever, Capcom blocked any type of streaming for the story mode.
Which to me is still like, why? I don't get that shit. Like, maybe you don't want to spoil the story, but shit. I mean, there's ways around it. I can hook up a goddamn. I mean, I can go bootleg, and you got all that other shit. But it's stupid. Why? So many games let you view their story mode, and
I don't know what Capcom was trying to hide, because when I played the story mode was actually good.
Yeah.
They even have the fucking Monster Hunter in the game.
Yeah.
And let me even push it one step further. In the story mode, when you meet T'Challa, there's actually a monster from Monster Hunter World attacking the fucking castle.
Yeah.
Capcom, I give you all the credit in the world for what you do with Monster Hunter. And I'm giving you all the credit in the world for the Mega Man Legacy Collection and Legacy Collection 2. I'm giving you all of the positive feedback for what I know I'm going to buy on the Switch as soon as it comes out, the Mega Man X Collection.
Well, now speaking of upcoming games, this is what Capcom is on deck for. I'm glad you talked about that. So this is what we have. So 2018, we had the Street Fighter V Arcade Edition, Monster Hunter World, the Devil May Cry HD Collection dropping for the next gen systems, right? And PC. We got that. Perfect. Awesome. I'm loving it. Now, Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, Mega Man X Legacy Collection, the second part of the Legacy Collection, Mega Man 11, and Devil May Cry 5 in 2019. Okay.
I did buy the Devil May Cry the one that they released.
Got it too.
I really wish, because the team who remastered Crash Bandicoot proved that it can do it. I really wish they would have fixed the fixed camera in Devil May Cry 1 to a camera that you could control. Yeah. Because I forgot how much of a bitch it was to see some of the shit in that game until I played it again.
Yeah, I know. But it was still, it was good though. They at least kept the authenticity, and it was fun playing that game again on the next gen system without having to buy an Xbox One or a PS4 and go through a bunch of BS and to make it happen.
Also, I know I'm going to get flack for this one, but I, for one, actually liked DMC with the emo Dante.
Yeah.
That game was beautiful. It was fun. It was hard. And it was different than what we have with the regular Devil May Cry. Yeah. And yes, I know a lot of fans are taken aback when the white wig landed on New Dante's head and he ripped it off. He said, "Oh, that just looks gay." And I know Capcom got a lot of shit for that because they were poking fun at one of their beloved game characters.
Well, so then I got to ask you the question. We got all these releases, nothing but high praise. And you know me, I tell everybody I got this Mega Man tattoo on my arm. You see it, people? Yes, I have it on my arm. I'm a huge Mega Man fan, always have, always will be. Everybody likes Mario or Sonic. I like Mega Man. That's my boy.
And let's be real. Ain't a motherfucker played the Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 and did not struggle on that game, even though you beat it as a kid.
I'm still struggling on that game. What the fuck you talking about? I'm trying to run through it.
Well, the only boss I've beaten in that Legacy Collection is fucking Bomb Man.
Yeah.
This is the easiest motherfucker in all the games.
So,
but as far as your question, is Capcom back?
Yeah.
Again, Monster Hunter World was a niche product before this release. Monster Hunter, before this release, was a niche product.
Yeah.
Only it had a particular fan base, and it never wanted to get westernized because they thought it would hurt the game. But in brutal honesty, them westernizing this game and even Coop, when we do another episode of this, he wants to join us for the video game talk. That man has played the other monster. One of his Monster Hunter games on his DS, he's got like 140 hours in on it.
Oh, Jesus.
And he's the one who honestly convinced me to get Monster Hunter World, and I thank him for doing that. Because Monster Hunter World being westernized allowed gamers like myself and Mr. Black here, who were on the Monster Hunter train, but we've always been interested, but didn't know anybody who actually played the game.
Yeah.
So with the love they show Monster Hunter, and they keep pumping out the DLC, there's like free DLC is going to be like 60 total monsters in 2 more fucking areas.
Yeah.
That's a whole new fucking game.
Yeah.
You're getting it for free because Capcom knows that if they charge with DLC on Monster Hunter, they are going to alienate their original fans.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that Capcom has finally figured it out. After so long, I mean, yes, they leaned on their heavy franchises, but they're doing it in a way that not only delivers new gamers to them, but pays respect to the old gamers as well. And I think if they can continue to follow that trend, I think everything's going to run smoothly.
You see, Mr. Black here, are you still on the Toby Kawachi?
Yes.
Okay, so sometime during the weekend or next week, I will get on and we'll fight that motherfucker again because you died 3 times the last time.
Yes. Yes, I did. It was a shame.
But we will beat him and move you forward because I really want to play this game with him. I'm the one who convinced him to buy it.
And I don't regret it any day at all. I don't regret him telling me to buy it. I just want to beat it. At least get to the first part of this shit. So
well, the funny part is, now that you say that, let me break it down for Monster Hunter for people who might be new to the game. All the way up until you get to fight the higher level monsters, that is a prologue. That is a fucking training session.
Yeah.
Did you know that, James?
It's a training session?
Yeah, all the way up until you get the high level monsters.
Yeah.
That's just a tutorial.
Oh, lovely.
And they did that so the new gamers like us can figure out the game and have some fun with it. But it's about a 20-hour fucking tutorial. Because if you're like me, and I know you are, you like to go around and beating up on the innocent animals too.
That's right, damn it. Innocent animals' lives don't matter. Hammer time, bitch.
So what do you think? Is Capcom going to say, don't call it a comeback?
They've been here for years. They may. Especially if they do Mega Man X collection right. And Mega Man 11 drops off on the list. Huh?
They're releasing both on the same day.
Yeah. If they do it both right, pay homage to them, and then cap off the end of the year with Mega Man 11, bruh, you know it's going to be a hell of a year. And there's a game called Deep Down that nobody's even heard of. I haven't even seen any previews for it yet. And we got to check that out.
Yeah. Capcom, like I said, Monster Hunter is going to keep them afloat. It sold like 7 million copies in the first fucking week it was available.
Yep.
And it's still going strong. You can turn on YouTube right now and look up Monster Hunter World and see just thousands and thousands of videos.
YouTubers and Twitchers, yep. Bruh. So let's talk about something that just came out of the WordWorks earlier today, or maybe late last night. It has been reported by Verge.com that the Nintendo Switch can be hacked to run custom apps and games. This report goes on to say that the Nintendo Switch was hacked to run Linux back in February, and now it's clear that hackers could go further and run homebrew apps and games on the device. Eurogamers, where they got their source from, reports that 2 exploits have been detailed this week, and it's basically based off the NVIDIA Tegra X1, which has always been a problematic processor for those in the tech world because those things can easily be hacked, which is why Google stopped selling the Pixel C. Because of this, now the Switches can be hacked to run homebrew games, downloaded games, etc., etc. Right now, it is a tethered jailbreak, as they say. For people that are in the iPhone know, tethered jailbreaks are you need every time you turn off and on back on the Switch again, you have to re-jailbreak the device every time. Now, the messed up part about this, since this is embedded in the hardware itself, the only way to fix this is to essentially create a new Nintendo Switch.
Well, that's in my honest opinion, I think Nintendo would hurt themselves if they released a new Switch right now. The reason is the Switch is currently outselling both the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One.
Yeah. I guess at some point it matters what is selling the hardware more important to you than selling the games. I think that's what's going to end up coming down to at some point.
Well, I do like the fact that Nintendo now, the gaming companies are more open to build games for the system.
Well, I mean, essentially the controller configurations kind of got dumbed down back to a level of a PS4 and Xbox One style controlling. So, I mean, there is that.
FYI, this for anybody who watches this video also, if you're interested in Detroit Become Human, the free demo went live today on PlayStation.
Oh, it did? Oh, shit. I got to check that out.
I'm downloading it right now.
So this is basically an unavoidable glitch. You can't do nothing about it. Nintendo can't do nothing about it without releasing a new Switch. My thoughts and opinion on it is it's 3 words. Let it ride. Maybe that's how we can get more developers to create independent games for it.
Well, you also got to think about when you say let it ride, Nintendo has never been worried.
No, they haven't.
The Wii U. The Wii U was destined to be a failure, and it was.
Yeah.
Because, yes, it was cool having a Switch type of thing in your palm so you can play the game if you didn't feel like playing it on the TV.
Yeah.
The gamepad was clunky.
Yeah.
And they had no AAA backing on that system. The best games on that system were Super Mario Maker, which is still a house of fire right now.
Yep.
And Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
And Bayonetta. Bayonetta 2, not many people played because nobody had a Wii U. I'm thankful that they released Bayonetta 2 on the Switch with a free download of Bayonetta 1.
Yep. Now I was gonna get.
I'm playing through Bayonetta 1 again.
That is a good game. That is a good game. I love Bayonetta 1. Matter of fact, I'm playing it on backwards compatibility because it was free on the Xbox Live a while back. So I'm still playing it. I'm replaying it again. It's a hell of a game. I missed that game. It was like the female DMC.
Now, about the Nintendo Switch, there's big things on the horizon.
Oh yeah, big thing.
They just got South Park: The Fractured But Whole, and I'm happy to let them put that game on their console.
True.
Dark Souls Remastered is going to be on the Switch. I am buying it on the Switch so I can get frustrated on the go. Mario Kart Deluxe is actually worth what it is.
Yeah, I love Mario Kart.
Because you get all the players, every single one of them, the fucking race courses, plus some new ones that weren't on the Wii U version.
Yep.
Rockstar said there's a possibility the graphics might be doled down like in Doom, but it is the Grand Theft Auto will be on.
Well, I would be excited if it is. I mean, hell, if they could even just keep the online aspect of it, maybe not even the whole story, but if they could find a way to separate the online from it, or eliminate the online and keep the story, because we know how people feel about GTA, that might be awesome.
The way Rockstar should do it, put the online stuff on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation.
Yeah.
The Switch, wouldn't you love to play GTA when you're out bored as shit and you got your Switch with you?
Oh, yeah, that'd be wonderful. I think that'd be the best thing since sliced bread.
What word did you use? You said that would be what?
The best thing since sliced bread.
For that.
I think that'd be
wonderful. One word you said.
Wonderful?
Wonderful. So with that being said, every time we say the word wonderful now, we are going to do the Deleter of Dreams clap. That is wonderful.
That's wonderful. Oh, all right.
You haven't watched Raw yet, have you?
No, I'm going to. It's my plan.
Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt took on the Ascension.
Yes.
Victor did a cartwheel over when he laid down, when he ripped into the ropes.
Yeah.
And Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt were like, "Oh, stop! That cartwheel was wonderful."
Lovely.
So we'll get into that when we do the Wrestle Talk, because this coming up Friday is the greatest Royal Rumble.
Yes.
And my time.
What? When your time? What?
9 noon your time.
Noon my time. 9. Good God! What the fuck?
Because it's in Saudi Arabia.
That's true. That's true. So now hold on, where the hell is the time? All right, now I was gonna say, so let's get into the last topic of the evening. Gamer sales. So me and Big Sin, we compare the sales that PlayStation 4 and Xbox Live have on a weekly basis. This happens, and is always known on every Tuesday. So Big Sin is going to tell me the PS4 sales and the game and the big thing, what they're launching, et cetera, et cetera. I'm going to tell the Xbox Live sales. And then we're going to pick a winner based off of what we see and what we hear. So without further ado, Mr. Sin, you have the floor. Tell us what's on sale this week on the PlayStation Network.
Okay. So on PSN, I think the PS Plus, it is worth the money. They are doing what they are calling the Golden Week sale. And what that is are deals on Japanese-inspired games. I'm not going to go through the full lineup. I'm going to go through some of the big-time games that are on there.
Yes.
We have Point Hack GU Trilogy for $29.99. We have Danganronpa Half Reload, and another episode, and version 3 Killing Harmony for Killing Harmony is $41.99 because it's still basically new.
All right.
But the other two are $19.99. Then, probably the hardest game in the series, The Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition, remastered for the PlayStation 4, $13.99.
That's not bad. Not a bad deal.
Dragon Ball Z. You can get that for $30.59.
Okay.
Edition for $20.39. But the deluxe edition, all the DLC for $30.59. Where the DLC, if you buy the standard edition, is $40. If you spend an extra $10, you get the DLC.
Nice.
Then if you have Minecraft, they have builders, which Amy has, if she loves it. I'd fun for $14.99.
That's not bad.
The Final Fantasy 15 Royal Edition.
Royal Edition.
Has all the DLC campaign.
How much is that?
For $34.
See, that's not bad at all.
Gravity Rush Remastered is $8.99.
Shit.
What else I got here? They got. If you're interested in the Mega Man Legacy Collection, it's only $6. Now here's where it gets fun. They have on sale Monster Hunter World Deluxe Kit, Monster Hunter World Gesture Set 1 in the Monster Hunter World Digital Deluxe Edition. 4. The most expensive one of all of them is $52.49, which is usually a $70 game, and that's for the Digital Deluxe Edition.
That's not bad. That's not bad at
Then
all.
you get the game. Then you get, which I'm going to pick up again, is Nier Automata for $29.
Shit.
Persona 5, one of the best JRPGs out, for $26.99.
That's ridiculous. It just came out, 3 months ago, right? 3-4 months ago. Or might have came out the end of 2017, going into 2018.
Yeah. And the last game worth mentioning is, well, not the last game worth mentioning, but yeah, is Yakuza 6 just dropped.
Yeah.
But they have Yakuza Kiwami, which is a remaster of the very first Yakuza, for $16.99.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Some killer prices in there. So now.
So, Mr. Black, tell me what the Xbox is feeling on this time.
All right. So, right now you can buy Madden NFL 18 for $12. If you're so, you can also get it for free, of course, on the EA Pass. But if
you're only $9.99 a month.
If you're so inclined, you can get the Madden NFL 18 GOAT Squads for $4, and then the Ultimate Team Starter Pack for $2. That game Paladins, one of the those freemium games, or with you can get it with stuff. Right now it's $13.39, and then the crystals and stuff are discounted. Shantae Half Genie Hero is $26.99. Human Fall Flat, which is normally $15, is $6. Let me zoom it up here. Hold on.
Yeah, even their sale is more expensive than PlayStation. I got Human Fall Flat for $4.
Beholder Complete Edition for $4.50. The Flame in the Flood. I don't even know what the hell this game is, but it's $8, normally $20. Hue is $4.50. Manual Samuel is $3. These are a bunch of independent games. Little Acre $3.90, Serial Killer $4.50, Dear Esther Landmark Edition $3, Stealth Inc. 2, a game of clones $2. Who else? Thomas Was Alone. That's an old independent game. That's $3.30.
Thomas Was Alone was awesome.
Yeah, it was. It was. The 10-Second Ninja X is $2.50. Just a bunch of indie games though. Overall, Jackbox Party Quad Pack. That's them, $74 for that, and it's normally $100. Yeah, but that's really all that we got. Oh, one thing that I did see actual online itself, but not in the on here is all the DLC for Assassin's Creed is on sale.
For Origins?
No, for Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Oh.
So because they gave it out for free on the 15th. Now they're so they're giving out the DLC for like ridiculously low. So that's what I've seen, and that's really all I got about that.
Okay. Do you by chance have the gold games for May?
No, not yet.
Let me see if the PS Plus have released theirs.
Okay. While you're looking up that, I got more. So A Way Out is 25% off. If you haven't played A Way Out, that's a hell of a game.
How do you know? You didn't finish it yet.
Hey, shh. Damn it. The Technomancer, 75% off. The DLC is like $10 or some shit like that. I can't remember if that was the case. It's $10-15. Borderlands 2 is ridiculously cheap. Forza Motorsport 6 VIP is hella cheap now. And yeah, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. So, Mr. Sin, I think we know the answer to this question. Which sale as a gamer appeals to you?
Do you really got to ask me that?
Yes, I have to ask you that.
The Golden Week sale on the PlayStation.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you just because there's a bunch of AAA titles on there that just knocking them out the park, hands down. Yeah, I have to agree 110%. So, is there anything else that you'd like to add, sir, before we step off the gate this evening?
Actually, yes, there is.
Yes.
If you don't have PlayStation Plus on your PlayStation, you missed out on getting Bloodborne for free last month.
Yes.
This month they had Trackmania, which is actually really fucking good. It's a good racing game.
Yeah.
And one of the surprise hits of 2016, Mad Max, one of the only video games about a movie that was actually playable.
Yeah. It wasn't some kind of cheesy knockoff video game. It was a legitimate, really fun video game to play. And if you haven't played it, you suck.
You got to download it before May 2nd for free.
Yep. Better get on it.
But as of that, I'm good right now. I have some top. So can I shoot out some topic ideas for next time?
Yes. What are we going to talk about next week, sir?
Next week, we're going to talk about Fortnite versus PUBG.
The game or the lawsuit?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
We will. Hopefully, you have God of War by then. I want your reaction about the game.
Oh yeah, I'm binging all day long.
I want to talk about the Far Cry 5 controversy.
Oh yes, yes.
And why did nobody complain like this when BioShock Infinite came out?
Because it hits too close to home. That's why.
Well, if BioShock Infinite was brand new today, it would hit very close to home Because everybody in Infinite was a racist.
Pretty much.
So, for anything else, what I want to do is I want to add, for this one, I want to talk about, and I said it in the last video we did, I'm changing the Sinful Black Backlog Challenge to the how many games have you beaten and proved that you've beaten in 2018?
That'd be good. And we'll go over the more details of the rules and how it goes. It's fairly simple, but we'll go into details of how you can claim your game.
Let's put it this way. If you pass myself or Mr. Black in games beat in 2018, I will buy you a standard edition game of your choice.
Say that again, sir.
I said, if you beat more games than us here at Sinful Black, I will dig into my pocket and I will buy you up to $60 a game of your choice.
Say it louder for the people in the back.
I will. If you can top what me and Mr. Black do in this little get together we are having, I will. And I will. I will purchase you a $60 game of your choice.
There you go. Sinful Black is putting up or shutting up. Mr. Sin pulling his own money out of his pocket. He said he's going to buy y'all a game if you can beat us in games played. I'm just liable to stack the odds against everybody and make sure that that don't happen.
Well, I've already beaten 6 games this year.
Exactly. I think I need to get on that level. So there's that.
And based on where I'm at in God of War, I'll be finishing that one probably by the end of the week if I keep playing.
Oh Lord, yeah, I think that's gonna be one I'm just gonna dive right into because there's literally nothing going on in Destiny right now until May 8th, so I'm straight.
Nothing is going on in Destiny for a year.
You know what, sir? Negative Nancy. All right.
Nothing has been going on in Destiny 1 for 5 years.
That's a lie.
Nothing happened in that game since launch, but reading a lot of shit offline.
There's still people playing Destiny 1 like they haven't realized Destiny 2 came out. Okay. I know this because when they take down the servers for Destiny 2, guess where I'm at, Phil? Destiny 1, that's right.
Well, now you can buy Destiny 1 for $4.99.
That's right. Fuckers. Anyways.
So do you have anything else to say to the people? I'm getting fucking sleepy. You probably see it in my eyes.
Yes, I can see it in your eyes. So let me go ahead and close it out. Again, thank you for watching Pick Up the Sticks. Once again, if you like what you see and you like to hear us talk about video games and shoot the shit and BS and whatever the case may be, however you feel about it, let me take my glasses off for a little second because I'm getting all kinds of glare in my eyes. So if you can see me and I can see you, all right, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Sinful Black Entertainment, youtube.com/JU Thompson. Also, make sure you check out SYNFULBLAQENT on the Facebook, the Twitter, and the Instagram. We're always going to link up to these videos that we do live on Facebook. They will be on YouTube for your viewing pleasure if you don't trust Facebook, because you know how Mark Zuckerberg is a little biatch. Probably going to get banned for saying that, but I don't give a fuck. Anyways, so make sure you subscribe, you follow, you retweet, and you like. Subscribe, follow, you retweet, and you like. Once again, subscribe, follow, retweet, and like. And I hope you enjoyed everything that we've been doing in this video gaming universe. On to next week. And then tomorrow is another Overtime Sports Show where we got to talk about the Philadelphia 76ers just taking a win tonight. Is that the end of the series? Were they up 3-1?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then that's the end of the series. Philadelphia 76ers.
This was probably Dwayne Wade's last game.
Yep. Yeah, that's a hell of a way to go out. Whiteside was garbage tonight. That's all I know.
with everything we talked about being said, I had something else. I'll think of it later.
Right.
I am your boy Big Sin. That is Hollywood J Black.
Hollywood.
We are Sinful Black Entertainment.
Yes, sir.
And you know what I'm actually going to do? I'm just going to throw this out there right before the end of the video.
What?
Because Amy plays nothing but Fortnite right now.
Oh, God.
I'm going to give her access to stream her playing Fortnite on the channel.
Oh, Lord. Oh, boy. This is going to be fun. This is going to be real fun. Oodles are fun.
Oodles and noodles and noodles and doodles.
Oh, yes. And make sure you're going to see more crazy random Boy Meets Heat videos, too. Mr. Denali wants to test the levels of his heat tolerance. So we're definitely going to take it to the next level. I got some hot sauces that I'm ordering. This is going to be fun. So
I want Mr. Black to put out a little poll of what should we do? I don't know. I got to think on that one too.
Think about that.
The medicine's kicking in. The medicine's kicking in, so it's like
that's fine. We'll get the people involved, and once the poll goes up, we'll let you guys know. But until then, this is Hollywood J Black. Woo! There we go. And that's Big Sin on the other side signing off. And we are out this bitch. Deuces.